Welcome students. Again, I'm very happy to meet you all. Okay, now I welcome everybody to this commerce class. This is 12th commerce and we have done our 3 sessions, and I think that you all have gone through the 3 sessions. So now we are back to the next chapter and next lessons. Okay, I think that all are safe at home, and be safe, stay safe, always keep distance. Okay students, before moving on to the topics, now let us recall, let us see the subheadings which we have remembered in our last class, which we have gone through in our last class. Let us see the subheadings one by one. So it will help you to go through again, and you can make use of this in your exams also. So now we are in quarantine period, so these classes, these recall, remember, will make your memory power to work more efficiently. Yes? Okay, let us move on. In commerce, you have 10 units. Under 10 units, you have 28 chapters. So, we have 10 units and 28 chapters. Under that, we have finished the first chapter, and now I think so that we are in our second chapter and we are going to finish it. Next is our third chapter. Okay, now in first unit we saw about management process. What are the management process? So under management process, I told you that we have 3 chapters. One is principles of management. The second one is functions of management. And the third one is management by objectives and managed by exemption. So management by objectives is known as MBO, and management by exemption is known as MBE. Okay. Okay. So next one is principle of management. So that is the first one of our lessons. The first one is principle of management. So under principle of management, what and all we have seen? We have seen the concept of management, that is the meaning of management, and second one is definitions of management. Next is management wins administration, that means the difference between the management and administration. Next one is management process, and the next thing is principle of scientific management, and next one is principle of modern management. So all these topics and all these side headings comes under the principles of management. So we have to keep in mind what are the principles of management. Next is principles of scientific management, which was propounded by, that is founded by F.W. Taylor. So we have seen this also in the last class. So the first one is science, not rule of thumb. Second, harmony, not discord. Third, mental revolution. Fourth, cooperation, not individualism. And the fifth, development of each and every person to his or her greatest efficiency and prosperity. So these was propounded or founded by F.W. Taylor. The next one is Principles of Modern Management, which was given by Henry FAYOL. This is also very important side headings and subtopics that you have to remember. Okay, the first one is division of work. Second, authority and responsibility. Next, discipline, unity of command, unity of direction, subordination of individual interest to mutual interest, remuneration, the degree of centralization, line of authority or scalar chain, order, equity, stability of tenure of personnel, initiative, he spirit, D corps, that is a team spirit. So these headings are given for you to remember the major divisions of the chapters, because it will give you more clarity and it will make you to learn easily. So the subheadings and these side headings will make you to remember and keep and give you a easy learning method. Okay students, so keep all these important side headings in your mind, go through it once again and again, mainly the principles of scientific management, next one the principles of modern management, and you must know that who have propounded it, that means who have founded it and who have given this to the management. Next is span of management. As we know, span of management is what we have gone through this in the last class, and the next it has two types, that is one is wide span, that is a flat structure, next one is narrow span, that is a tall structure. So once again, span of management means what? It refers to the number of subordinates who can be managed efficiently by a superior. So superior is there, that is a manager is there, and the subordinates are persons or peoples who are working under the manager. So those who are working under the manager, they may be a supervisors, they may be a laborers. So those who are working under the manager, they have to report to the manager directly. So this reporting system directly to the manager is known as the span of management. So don't forget that, and you have seen the flat structure method also, that is wide span how it will be, and the narrow span how the tall structure method is coming. The hierarchy I have shown you in the last class, so go through that also. Next we have come to the next lesson, that is functions of management. Under functions of management, I told you all two subheadings are there, that is main functions, second one is subsidiary functions. So under main functions, what and all coming? Planning, organizing, staffing, directing, motivation, controlling and coordination. So the main function is the main thing we are using in each and every business and every organization or every company. They are using the same functions in their business to achieve what? To achieve the profit. Okay, so the first one, planning, we saw that is the main and it is the primary function. Without planning we can't do anything, and after planning we are organizing it, we are organizing what will come, who will come under whom, and after drawing that organization functions and all, we are coming back to the staffing. So we are recruiting the persons, then again we are directing, that is after recruiting and giving them the training and putting them in a position in a company. After that we are directing them. Directing means what I told, to lead them to in the right path, to achieve the motivate them to achieve the company goals. Next one, motivation. Motivation is given for them through what and all I told in remuneration. Here also the first lesson, the principle of modern management, which was given by Henry Fayol. He says the remuneration and all these comes under motivation by giving them remuneration and all. Next, controlling. Without control nothing we can do. So in each company or in organization there must be a control. So next one is coordination. For planning also we need coordination, organizing we need coordination, staffing, directing, motivation and controlling all together. Coordination also plays a important and main role. Next we saw about the subsidiary functions. Now we have to see the subsidiary functions. In subsidiary functions, that is the secondary. So the main functions is what and all we have seen in the last class itself. I explained you very clearly about that. Now we moving on to the subsidiary function, that is the secondary functions. This also is main thing in each and every organization. So they have to follow all these also. So the first one we are going to see about the innovation. The second one is representation. The third one is decision making. And fourth one is communication. And these four, innovation, representation, decision making, communication, is the key terms we are going to use now. So what are the key terms we are going to use? Innovation, representation, decision making and communication. First one is under subsidiary functions. The first one is innovation. So the word innovation. Innovation means, in our normal dictionary also we see, it means creating new things. That means creating something new, innovating something newly. Okay, so here in commerce, innovation refers to the preparation of personnel. Personnel means what I told you all. Personnel means it is a labor and organization to face the changes made in the business world. Let me tell you one thing. More than the olden days, when we compare to the olden days and in the olden businesses, now presently we are in a technical and technology has been grown up. So nowadays we have more technology grown up and more facilities. So we are inventing new and many new things. Before we had only the telephone, right? After that we got a mobile phones, that also button types, right? You can remember. After that it has been changed to Android phones. So next, now we can see, we can talk, we can even chat, whatever we are doing in online itself. So the technology has been improved. How it has been improved? It has been improved by some of the person who are inventing new and new ideas. For example, simple example you take. If you want to eat something new, you are seeing some restaurants like that. You are going into a restaurant. So you are ordering for a new thing. You want to eat something newly. Not the same chapati, same dosas what you have in your house. So you want to eat something newly. Then only you also will be satisfied. So the company or the business is creating new or manufacturing new products so that the consumer will be satisfied. So innovation is creating something new to face the changes made in the business world. Continuous changes are made in the business. Consumers are satisfied through innovation. So we also like to have some new things, right? So that is innovation. Here you can see a innovation picture is given there. What this picture is, how to invent. It is intelligence, ideas, solution, inspiration, activities. So we are in ourselves, each of you also have a different innovation creation inside you all, that may be in different parts of your activities, not only in studies. You can make it in your, like, vehicles and all. They are creating, they are inventing something new, and handmade products, everything, not only in your studies, in activities and products, and creating something new. Each and every parts of our life we are creating something new. So innovation is something that creating new, that also comes from inside ourselves. Next is representation. Representation, a manager has to act as representative of a company. A manager has dealings with customers, suppliers, government officials, banks, financial institutions, trade unions, and the like. It is the duty of every manager. So in span of management, I think so that we saw that a manager is the superior. So under the manager, those who are subordinates who are working there have to report to him directly. So here we see that all the subordinates, those who are working under the manager, and the manager also represents the company over there. So represent means what? Standing for the company and representing him instead of the company, that he is come from so and so company, so he is representing him. That is known as representation. So the manager has the duty, each manager has every duty to represent him instead of his company, instead of his people working there. So he must have a good relationship with others, right? Okay. Here you see that a person is there, he is representing. So it is clear that a person acting on behalf of another person. Okay. So representing, some simple, we'll just listen that. One simple example, when you have some functions, when you want to go to a function, so from your family side, if your mother and father is not able to come, they have some work, so that time you and your colleagues, your friends, and you and your brothers and sisters are free, you want to go. That time they are telling you that you go and attend and come instead of me. So there you are representing your family, so you are going to the function and they are telling that okay, so and such person has come, daughter or son has come. So you are representing that your family, instead of your family you are there. So representing is like the same thing. In this picture itself, it's clear that a person is acting on behalf of another person. Next one is decision making. Every employee of an organization has to take a number of decisions every day. For what? Yes, for everything we must take some decisions. You get up in the morning, you take a decision that okay, I am going to do for 1 hour, I am going to do this work, and after that 1 hour you are going to do this work. Then after that is planning also comes there, and you are making a decision there. I am going to do all these such of things in this day, I finish off all these things in this day. So you're planning and you're deciding something which you're going to take. So in each and every organization, employee has to take some number of decisions every day. What project I am going to finish, what work I am going to complete. So it will help, the decision making will help the company or our organization to function in a smooth way. Smooth way for what? To achieve the goal of a company or to achieve the profit of a company. So that is what decision making. So each and every person, not only in our organization, in our individual life, in our each and every one, in our day to day life, we are making some decisions so that we will achieve the goal. Okay students, now you can see here some picture, that is taking some decisions. This is a working place in a company. Two persons are there, maybe a manager, supervisor, and maybe a CEO also. So they are taking some decisions. They are asking the employee, what is your idea today, what you are going to do to make the level, what you are going to do to a project to achieve our goals. So this is what decision making all about. Next one is communication. Communication means there is a transmission of human thoughts or views or opinions from one person to another person. So with communicating only we can transfer the thoughts, or what and all you have to do, we can communicate. Communication goes by like this. There is different types of communication is there. One is oral, written communication. So all these are followed in our classrooms also, and even in the organizations or companies also they are following. Oral communication, if I ask you some question, you are written telling me back the answers. So when I am writing some notes on the board, so that is written communication. So written some communication, writing something on the board and you are answering me back in a oral form. Or maybe when you are writing your question answers, I am getting back your answer sheets, I am correcting and giving it back. So oral communication is there, written communication is there. So coming back, communication here in a company, the thoughts and opinions, whatever the decision making they are made, no, after that they have to tell through communication. So in communication here, workers are informed about what should be done, okay, where it to be done, how it is to be done, when it is to be done. So what and all they have to do, and where they have to do this, and how they have to do, and when is to be done. So all these things are passed on from one person to another person through communication sector only. So communication is very important to pass the main thoughts and opinions, and it will make and it will help the regulation and the job and coordinates the activities. So only the coordination also comes there, the jobs also go smooth. So this is what communication tells us. Here students, you can see some picture which shows that there is a communication between two persons, three persons. It is between the company or an organization. They want to share some ideas, decision making what they have made for the company's profit. So in school also, in our classroom also, when we want to share something to our friends, we communicate, we talk with them, we write something and show to them, or we do some actions which they can understand. So communication is something, the opinions and thoughts which we have, we want to tell to the others, to our friends. So that is communication here. With this, we are closing on this session. after to the next session, before moving on to the next session, just go through all these topics. Don't forget the side headings. Keep in mind each side headings and the subheadings will help you to remember. Go through once again, 1 or 2 times, that you can keep in your mind easily. When your exams come, it will be very easy for you. Don't ignore any chapters. Go through all the chapters. And we have finished 2 chapters completely. Now in the next class, we have to move on to the 3rd chapter. With that, we are going to finish the unit 1. So in unit 1, we have seen the 3 chapters. So students, don't waste your time. Sit and study. Take some time. You also make some decisions to achieve your goals. So this quarantine, as you're locked up in your house, don't waste your time. Take each and every subheadings. Take a notes and make note of it. And it will help you in your future. Thank you, students, for listening this session. Thank you.